Alright, jackanapes and mermaids. I will teach you how to answer every single calculator question, even if you don't know how to do it. You will just use your calculator. You will legally cheat on your GCSE. Legally. There are 3 calculators you could use. Your teacher probably uses this one because he is a granddad or a granny. Most jackanapes and mermaids these days use this thing in the middle. It is the new one. This one on the very right is by far the very best calculator you can use. You can legally cheat every single question on the exam with this one on the very right. 991EX is its number. Your one, if you look up the top of your calculator, probably says 83 GTX or 85 GTX, something like that. So I will use the middle one. You can use any of these calculators and you'll be able to do it. I will start you with the baby question. Write 0.75 as a fraction. Here's my calculator. You can see what I do down the bottom. Literally copy and paste the question into your calculator. Click it. 0.75 equals, that is the answer, 3/4, 3/4. You write down your answer and you get 1 mark, just like that. Now we will make them harder. Write this number in standard form, 0.00562. I don't even know what standard form even means. How can I even do this question? I will just use my calculator and cheat legally. Copy and paste 0.00562 equals. Is that the answer? That is not the answer. That is a fraction. Press SD. It is a decimal. Look at this thing. 5.62 times 10 to the minus 3. I don't even know what it means. 5.62 times 10 to the minus 3. There it is. That is the answer. I don't even know how you do it. Just use the calculator. How do we do question B? 1.452 times 10 to the 3 as an ordinary number. Well, I know what an ordinary number is. 1.452 times 10 to the power of 3. Press equals 1452. That looks like an ordinary number. I will use that thing. 1452. I don't even know what any of this means. I get in every single question right. And this is what you needed to do. 1 mark, 1 mark. That is 2 more marks. Standard form, ordinary form, what even is that? You would think this is the hardest question in the world. Wait, before I do that one, your teacher would tell you the wrong thing for this question. This is what your teacher will say. Your teacher will say for question B, to use this silly button, 1.452, do you see this silly button down the bottom, times 10 to the x? That's what your teacher would tell you to press, and then a 3 after it, and then equals. Where you go? I not see. Press back. There we be. Your teacher would tell you to do this thing. 1.452 times 10 3 with this silly button down the bottom. Don't use the silly button down the bottom. That is for a genius. I'm not a genius. I don't even know who Einstein even is. I cannot even do that. I just do the normal way. The next one. This one, you will think this is the hardest question in the world. This is the easiest question in the world. I don't even know what any of this means. I'll just ask the calculator. The calculator will tell me the answer. 4 biased coins, don't know what that is, A, B, C and D are thrown. The probability that each coin will land on heads is shown in the table. This is the table. Which coin is least likely to land on heads? Which coin is most likely to land on heads? Calculator. Calculator. This time we want statistics. That is number 2, I bet. It looked like a bar chart. Choose number 1. One variable. One thing. And then you just put in the numbers. 0.33 equal 0.033 equal. How do you do 1 over 3? How do you think so? 1 over 3 equals is the same thing. 30%. Your teacher doesn't even know how to do percent. 3, 0, shift, and you see on your answer key the yellow percent sign over it. What does it say? 30%. I just copying and pasting from the question from my thumbs into calculator. I now have everything in the calculator. Press AC to save everything. It will go blank. Option. Down. What is this thing? Min max. Press 3. The coin least likely to land on heads is minimum. We press 1. Is the smallest one, the mini. Equals 0.033. I don't even know what anything means. I get to know all the marks. I'm winning every single test. Which coin is most likely to land on heads? That is the maximum. That is the max thing. The same thing again. Option. Down. Min max 3. This time we want max. That is the name of my dog. Press equals. What you get? This is a weird thing. 0.33333. That is not even on the table. Which number is 0.333? Have you forgotten, silly? 0.333 forever is the same as 1 over 3. If you don't know that, like me, because I don't know anything, press option. Go back to your data, number 3 that you put in. There it is. Which one is 0.333 forever, never, never? It is the third one, number 3. Letter C. There it is. 0.033, 1 over 3. Check the answers. Number 1 was B and number 2 was C. That is what we said. This is all the things you have to press to get this strange thing from the calculator. If you are one of the lucky boys and girls who has the 991EX, the cheatingest calculator in the world, it's not menu 2, it's menu 6. Your statistics is number 6, but everything else is the same thing. I want to do even more. So now you have to do this baby thing. Write the following numbers in order of size. Start with the smallest number. Just do what we just did. The mini and the maxi. You have to change the numbers. So you change the numbers. You can press delete, 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 delete. Or if you have forgotten how you even do this thing, menu and 2 for statistics, 1 variable. The lucky boys and girls with the best calculator press 6 for the statistics, if I remember. Minus 3 equals 4 equals 0 equals minus 1 equals 2 equals. AC will save it and blank it. Option. Down. Min and max is Minnie Mouse. The smallest one first, that is the mini one, equals, that is the smallest one. Minus 3 is the smallest one. What will be the biggest one? Max, the name of my dog. Number 5, max equals, that is the biggest number, 4. So that would be the last number, 4. But what about the numbers in the middle? Have you forgotten, silly? AC, option, down, min and max. The middle number is median. Small, medium, large. Median is the middle number. Press 3. The medium is the 0. The 0 goes in the middle. So how do we get the other 2 numbers? So we have the minimum number, the maximum number, the middle number, small, medium, large, median, and so now we just need the last 2, minus 3, 4, 0, and then we have to say which is the small number, which is the big number. Put the minus 1 with the minuses, put the plus 2 with the pluses. That is every single number, and then we can check for the answers. And this is all the things we had to put in. If you were using the 991EX best calculator in the world, then you had to press the 6 for the statistics. Right, next thing. Write down 2 factors of a 15. Your teacher literally doesn't even know how to do this question. A smart boy or girl will say 2 factors are 1 and 15 because 1 times 15 is 15. I don't even know any of that. So I just go to calculator, see you later, menu, go back to normal, number 1, 15 equals, and watch this, shift. Do you see this here, fact in yellow? That's why you have to press shift first. That is a fact. It stands for factorize or something. I don't even know. Look at what the calculator say. 15 is 3 times 5. Your teacher not even know you can do this. And so we have 3 and 5. I will use 3 and 5 because I will be the only man in the world who even writes that down on the test. Everyone else will write something else like 1 and 15. And that is how you get the answer. It's the easiest thing in the whole world. They even accept 3 times 5. Even though you shouldn't write that down, they still give you the marks for that. Silly thing. Write the ratio 4.5 is to 2.25 in the form n is to 1. I don't even know what that means. Calculator day, menu, number 4, for ratio. Which one do we want? The unknown is the third one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want the one with the x in the third one, the unknown. X is the mystery letter. So that is number 1. So press 1. And then just type in the question. Copy paste. 4.5 equals 2.25 equals. And then 1 equals. That is it. Press equals again. X equals 2. I don't even know anything. I just write down number 2. And these were the numbers you had to press. There it is. 2 is to 1. 1 mark. And the boys and girls with the 991EX best calculator have to do C for the ratio. You only had to do menu 4. This could have been the hardest question in the world. It was so easy with the calculator. This question is exactly the same thing. Hannah is planning a day trip for 195 students. She asks a sample of 30 students where they want to go. Each student chooses one place. The table shows information about her results. I'm not reading all that. Work out how many of the 195 students you think will want to go to the theme park. This one is theme park, and that is 10. So you have 195 students altogether and 30 in the sample. There is 10 in the sample. Oh, that is tricky. So I will write down like this. I cannot even remember this. Total is first, sample is second. So 195 go there, 30 go there. That will help me. 10 is the sample one, so that goes there. So this is the X. So it's exactly the same thing again. Just go back to your thing again, your ratio, and just put in the new numbers. 195 equals 30 equals 10 equals for the answer. X is 65. Where did the answer even come from? I don't even know. Calculator just giving me the answer. Look at that, 65, 2 marks. CAO, correct answer only. Your teacher will tell you you have to show you're working out. No, you don't. I'm cheating legally. Accuracy mark awarded after a correct method or process. If no method or process is seen, then full marks for the question are implied. But see individual mark scheme thing. So even if you don't show you're working out, you get full marks unless it tell you must show you're working out. If it tell you must show you're working out and you're not sure you're working out, then you will draw like a clown. They give you nothing. But they didn't say you must show you're working out, so I show nothing. 65. There you go. They did this magic thing. 10 divided by 30 times 195. I don't even know that. I just cheat. Calculator. And same thing. Ratio. This one, on the grid below, draw the graph of y equals 2x minus 3 for values of x from minus 2 to 4. Are you thinking I even know what that means? I don't even half know what that means. But I cheating again. I show you this thing. Menu. We want table 3. Table of values. F of x, that is like y. 2. You see this red x in here on the right bracket? For the red one, you have to press alpha. X minus 3. Look at that. I just copied and pasted in the question from the paper with my thumbs into calculator. F of x equals 2x minus 3. Press equals. We don't need a second one. There's only one. Leave it blank. Press equals again. The question says start from minus 2 and end at 4. Minus 2 equals end at 4 equals. And this is actually, look at this thing. It's going up in steps of a half. I'm not bothering with the half. I just do 1. Step of 1. There you go. Look at that. That's the answer. It's giving you all the coordinates. Minus 2, minus 7 is the first one. Minus 2 along the corridor. And then minus 7 down the stairs. Put the x. All the way down. All these x's, 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 x's. X's, x's. The very last one will be 4 along the corridor, 5 up the stairs. 4 along, 5 up the top of the stairs. Put down your ruler and join them up. Now I cheating by not doing every single x, and in fact I want to check my answer. When the x is 0, this is minus 3 down the stairs. So go up to 0 on the x. There it is, 0 minus 3. So I know I got it right. 3 marks for the graph. There you go. These are the buttons you press. And with the best calculator, you have to press menu 9 for the table. There's all the table of values. Those are all the x, y coordinates. And you just do x. Here's the question. That does them across, horizontal. Our one does them up and down. That is vertical. It's the same thing though. 4 marks. And this question is the very last question on the paper. So this is the very hardest question in the whole world. The normal calculator cannot even do this. You have to use the cheatinist calculator for this one. This is the 991EX, my favorite thing, because you can cheat the most with this one. Vectors. You don't even know this vectors. I show you this thing. Menu and press 5 for vector. There's 2 vectors, A and B. Let's start with A. Press 1. How many dimensions does it have? 1, 2. 2 dimensions. Press 2. It is 4, 5. 4 equals 5 equals. I don't even know what it means. AC to save it. Blank the screen. Option. Define vector. We have one more vector to define. What is the name of the vector that we have to define? Its name is B. Press 2. Vector B. Dimension 1, 2. 2 things. Press 2. This is the vector 3, 2. 3 equals 2 equals. And that is it. AC to save it. Option. What is the question? A minus 2B. So vector A is 3. Press 3 minus 2 option and vector B 4. A minus 2B equals, there's the answer. Where did it come from? I don't know. Minus 2, 1 is the answer. Minus 2, 1, 2 marks. The teacher will say, show you're working out. No, correct answer only. That is everything you have to do. This is why I say you buy that 991EX calculator, the cheatingest calculator in the world. You can even cheat and get every single thing. Ask Santa Claus, buy you this, bring you this calculator in the Christmas stocking. I say you this, or get it for your birthday or something. I don't even know how you do these questions. Anyway, if you add up every single thing, you get in total 15 marks. 15 marks on the paper 2. The next one is the paper 3. If you get the same thing again, then you get 1 grade higher. So if you were grade 3, now you're grade 4. If you were grade 4, now you're grade 5. I say you this. Anyway, yeah, do your homework, do your study, do your classwork, and be good, you wee little jackanapes and mermaids. And I see you the next day, and you are the very best boys and girls, and I say you bye bye.